This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. From their secret underground studio, this is the Swish Edition.
We got a mouthful for you guys.
Dale and Scott are in the studio on the mics, and they fired up the antenna.
It has to come whether you like it or not.
And if you're willing to show it, they'll take a picture of it.
I actually think I might throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your
It's
hosts,
very exciting for me because this is the best show ever made.
Dale and Scott.
Hi, Dale.
Welcome to the Pickle Pits.
It's the pickle pit. Into the pickle pit. This is a song. If you guys use TikTok, then you have heard this song used about 15 million times. It's into the thick of it.
Yeah.
Into the thick of it. And so for some reason, Dale has changed the words to into the pickle pit.
I didn't. It was another TikTok of a little kid who thought that was the words, and his mom recorded them saying, into the pickle pit.
I like it, though.
I like that better.
I like it better,
Into the
too.
Pickle Pit.
Excited that you guys decided to tune in and listen to us once again for the 326th episode of the Swish Edition. We're calling this one Off We Go into the Wild Blue Yonder, and you'll find out later why that is the title of today's episode. It is July 13th.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dale and I are here in the studio, and we won't be next week.
No way, man.
Just want to let you know that we will be off next week, as will the Binge Bum podcast, because Dale and I are going somewhere.
We're going to the thick of it
We're
next week.
going to the pickle pit. Hey, we bought bikes.
We did.
We bought bikes. So this,
I'm actually pretty happy.
I'm very happy. This past Sunday, we drove all the way to the state of Maryland
Yeah.
because that's where the bikes were.
Right.
We went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they just happened.
I like that store.
I
I am
love-
not a sports person whatsoever.
No.
But sporting goods stores are fun.
They are fun.
Like Outdoor World, Bass
Yeah.
Pro Shops, they're fun to go into.
Yeah. And we actually
Everything you could possibly think of.
we actually bought some clothes. We bought some shorts and some shirts and
tell me this.
socks.
When did a tumbler,
Yeah.
just a regular like coffee tumbler you put coffee in or cold water in to take for your ride home,
Yeah.
become $40?
What? They had a $40 tumbler there?
Yeti.
Oh, Yeti.
How is
Yeah.
that brand so expensive?
I don't know. Why didn't we start that brand?
I know. They have some cool coolers, though. Have you seen their coolers? They have coolers that
Yeah.
are kick-ass.
They're supposed to be the best on the market.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, they blow Igloo out of the water.
A 28-ounce tumbler for $39.99 is a little ridiculous.
I can't imagine they sell a lot of those, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not in the tumbler business, but I'd like to be at $40 a pop, $39.99.
Anyway, we bought bikes.
We bought bikes. We were very happy to get down there and find out. People have been buying bikes like crazy during the pandemic.
We got a little lucky that we got bikes because there were only like 3 or 4 men's bikes left.
Right, but
A lot of them were women's that were left.
the surprising thing was that they had exactly what we wanted.
Exactly.
It was exactly what we went there to get. We got Schwinn hybrids. I got this really cool blue color. You got, is yours gray?
It's like a titanium
Yeah.
or something.
It's really cool. 21 speeds. I mean, these things do everything. You know, I got the fatter tires than you do.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, which are supposed to be
Do
good
you
for.
find that like a more comfortable ride?
I don't know. I also have shock absorbers that I've never had on a bike before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm learning. So Dale and I got these bikes and we got them home. We managed to get them home in the back of our Ford Expedition because it's a freaking big car.
Yeah. Well, these are big bikes.
There are big bikes and they're super light. I mean, I remember the bike I had as a kid. It was not light.
No.
They have really changed these designs. Anyway, we got him home, and it's 3:30 in the afternoon here in southern Delaware. It was like 95 degrees, and we decided to go for a 3-mile bike ride.
It's hot.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. This morning, or yesterday morning, we got up and we went like at 8:30.
Yeah.
That's a much more sane time to
I mean,
go
I
for a
was
bike
still
ride.
hot and sweaty when I got back, but nowhere near as bad as I was
Right.
yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, but you go before you get ready for the day.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're sweaty and hot when you get home. You can
Right.
just take a shower and get ready for the day. But it's fun. And, you know, we both have iPhones and Apple Watches.
Yeah.
Which track your movements, and it does a map, and it keeps track of your heartbeat
It's
and how
fun.
many miles you go. It's really fun. So you can really know exactly what you're doing. So Dale and Scott have bikes. Maybe that should have been the episode title. Hey,
If you knew us really well, you would be really surprised.
what I didn't understand is why there wasn't a cup holder for my vodka soda and why there was no ashtray built into the bike. But you know, apparently that's coming. Those are extras that you have to pay extra for.
I got them on Amazon.
Yeah, you did buy us iPhone holders and water bottle holders that are coming soon.
Yeah, and bike locks.
Yeah, and we do not have helmets because we're not geeks. No,
Well, we're also not
Just
driving.
kidding.
We're not on the road.
right.
We're just driving to a little
we're
slow
just in a
neighborhood.
friggin' neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were out on the highway or a big busy road,
Oh, I would definitely recommend one.
for sure. Well, we're gonna get them as we're gonna also get.
Well, yeah, because we have plans later this year to take them to the Outer Banks.
We're taking them to the Outer Banks. There's some trails here in Delaware that we'd like to try, and I think we probably want helmets for that.
Right.
We also need to get a rack for the back of the car, the Jeep, so we can take them places.
Those are more expensive than the bikes.
Yeah, but I'm not riding down the highway to get to these trails, so no highway riding for me. Anyway, breaking news. I want to let you know that Swish Edition Plus is coming.
Oh, my God.
Dale probably wonders what the hell this is because I didn't talk to him about it before we sat down. The reason I put this on here, maybe it's a joke, but I was looking at all the different pluses in our lives.
Yeah.
We got Paramount Plus, Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus,
Paramount Plus.
Discovery Plus, Paramount Plus. I mean, it goes on, and there's an ESPN Plus. So I'm like, let's get on this bandwagon. Swish Edition Plus. Subscription fee, extra programming that you can't get free on the regular podcast sites. I don't know what our content would be. Maybe we could hire Chandra Rhimes to create some content for us.
Oh, my Lord. No one wants to buy that shit.
She's all big on the Netflix. I mean, maybe she could create the next Bridgerton for us on Swish Edition. Well, we did do Swish Edition After Dark. Remember that?
I do.
That was about 6 years, 7
Didn't last
years
very
ago.
long.
No. It was the dirtier version of Swish Edition.
Right.
Can you imagine?
As if the other one wasn't.
It's crazy. We've cleaned up our act a lot, guys. If you're a new listener to the Swish Edition in the last couple of years, since we rebooted in Vegas, you don't have any idea what we used to do. I mean, we did some dirty things. We did one whole show naked. Well, Dale didn't participate. I did. I did the whole show naked. That was weird. Maybe we should switch
Please.
topics. All right,
Please.
let's talk about entertainment. Very excited about this. Succession has finally released their trailer for their third and final season on HBO. Super, super excited about this show, guys. This is the one with Kieran Culkin.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah. And he's the
I
only
think he's the better Culkin.
he's the only name I know. I think he might be
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
I like the other one back in the,
Macaulay.
Home Alone days. Yeah.
Macaulay and Kieran.
Anyway,
Call him Mickey.
I don't know what they call him. Just don't call me late to dinner. Anyway, Succession is a great show. If you guys haven't caught up with it, you don't even need HBO Max for it. It's on the regular HBO.
Well, this is an HBO original.
Yeah. I'm sad that it's going to be the final season because I think the show is really, really freaking good.
Yeah.
It's done so well. There's no date for it, but we know it's coming out in the fall.
I have a prediction that the patriarch is going to die
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That is my number one prediction. He has to in this
Something's
season.
got it. Something
Yeah.
something big is going to happen for sure. Well, that's coming to HBO in the fall. I will put up the teaser trailer for you guys to look at on our Facebook page. Also excited, found out this week because I was doing some research on Charlize Theron, my favorite South African actress. Did you know that there is a sequel to Atomic Blonde actually in production as we speak?
Not until right now.
Dude,
And I'm excited about it.
I'm very excited.
The first one was amazing.
The first one was so amazing. If you guys don't know what it was about, took place in the 80s, and she was basically an assassin for hire, I think, right?
Yeah, and I think it took place in Germany.
In Berlin.
And the wall was still up.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
It was so good. It was so filled with
awesome. The soundtrack for this, if I
1980s
remember,
music.
was
Yeah.
awesome.
Really great. So happy to know that Atomic Blonde 2 is in production right now. So maybe we'll see that sometime next year.
Nice.
Excited. I didn't know this. So we have been talking a little bit over the past couple of weeks about the Friends reunion, which was on HBO Max. We're doing a lot of HBO news here. Apparently, David Schwimmer said during the reunion special that the thing he hated the most about being on Friends was the friggin' monkey that he had to work with in the first maybe 1-2 seasons. I don't think it lasted very long, but he had this monkey.
Yeah,
as part. Did you remember that?
I remember a monkey. Yeah,
and he said he fucking hated working with this disgusting monkey. Well, Mike Morris, who trained the two monkeys that played Ross's monkey on the show, the real monkeys' names were Katie and Monkey.
Monkey, Katie Monkey.
He is called David Schwimmer despicable for saying that he didn't enjoy working with the animals, which is kind of ridiculous. He said Schwimmer was fine with the monkeys for the first couple of episodes, and he was happy that they were there. But then he realized that people were laughing more at the monkey than him. So that's why he hated the monkeys. One of the monkeys who played Marcel recently died of cancer, and Morris is accusing Schwimmer of talking ill of the dead. I find it despicable for him to still be speaking ill of her.
Oh my god!
Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, we've just gone to such great,
funny,
low depths in the world where someone is outraged because David Schwimmer didn't like his fucking monkey.
What are you gonna do?
You're allowed not to like a monkey, right? I don't like sushi. I know a lot of people out there like sushi.
Exactly.
I think it's disgusting.
So does that mean you're speaking ill of all the dead fish?
I'm speaking ill of all the people that like sushi, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to a party once where the host hired a sushi chef. He was apparently one of the top sushi chefs in DC. And the host of the party was personally offended that I refused to eat the sushi. I'm like, really?
I'm not eating it. I've had it. I do not enjoy it.
I don't like it.
And if I'm going to a party where I'm drinking, that is the last
thing you
food
want.
that I want to be eating.
It's funny though, because I do eat raw oysters and I do like ceviche, which is raw fish. But those are the only two raw things I just don't like the consistency of uncooked fish.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
So the reason I titled this episode "Off We Go into the Wild Blue Yonder" is because I was really, really psyched to spend my Sunday morning watching the live coverage of Richard Branson becoming an astronaut.
It was pretty amazing.
It was pretty friggin' amazing.
Fun.
Virgin Atlantic, obviously, you guys, unless you're
not Atlantic, Galactic.
Sorry, Virgin Galactic.
If I get on a Virgin Atlantic flight and those fuckers take me 56 miles above the earth, I won't be happy.
No, and not if that wasn't in your itinerary.
Right.
Anyway, excited for him. They finally did it. And he beat Jeff Bezos, who is planning to go up in a couple weeks. But Jeff did tweet or post somewhere that he was happy.
Is Jeff Bezos going to be flying from New Mexico?
I don't know if it's New Mexico. I don't know where Blue Origin is taking off from, but they are planning to do that either the 20th or the 22nd. It's coming up soon.
I think that is the coolest thing for New Mexico.
Yeah.
The state,
spaceport.
The state is actually invested in this thing, and it's really fun and cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good. It's definitely good for their tourism dollars too, right?
The thing is, if you were like, you're going to continue talking, but if you were to want to go to outer space, you got to fly like to Albuquerque and take a 2-hour car ride to.
It's a ways to get there.
It's almost New Mexico.
In Truth and Consequences.
Yeah.
Right. Elon Musk was also in attendance to watch, which is pretty cool since he's a competitor of Branson's Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Did you see the pictures that him and Branson had breakfast?
Before the flight. I thought that was really cool.
Fun.
But the bigger news is that Elon Musk has actually bought a ticket
Nice.
on Branson's Virgin Galactic, which I think is really cool. One of the big announcements of the day was that Branson announced a lottery, which people can donate. It's an OMAS. You know OMAS? With that
Omaze.
site? Omaze, where you can donate to a cause and then you can win a prize. Well, the prize is that you and a friend get to go on one of these future flights in early 2022.
Cool.
I did it today. I donated and I signed up.
Who's the friend you're taking?
Dale Blades?
Nope.
Come on, Dale.
No.
Are you afraid that if we both go up there and die, that there'll be no one left to take care of our dogs?
Right.
Is that it?
That's exactly right.
So who will I take with me?
I have no idea who the hell you're taking.
If you guys want to try your chance of going up in space with Lady Gaga, I'll tell you that in a minute. You go to Omaze. Omaze?
I think that's how you say it. Omaze.
OMAZE.com and
Yeah.
enter to win before September 1st.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, literally, you're making history. How many people have gone into space, experienced weightlessness in space?
Yeah, the idea of doing that, it sounds awesome.
You're not afraid.
Are you technically allowed to call yourself an astronaut once you have been?
Sir Richard Branson did that on Sunday. Yeah, he did.
So you can technically call yourself an astronaut.
Are you? I want to know. Can we get to the nitty gritty of this? What are you afraid that it might blow up and you'll die? Because I mean that could happen driving your bike down the road.
I'm not going to blow up on my bike.
You could get hit and killed. I mean,
No, there has to be a lot more flights than these test flights, which is what they're called.
I know. Okay.
That's it.
If you go, you go. At least you're going in a spectacular way, and the entire world will know your name at least for a couple days. I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it.
We'll get the trust redone, and you go on your merry way.
So, Sir Richard Branson is actually going to give you a personal VIP tour of Spaceport America, and you'll actually be flown home from the spaceport back to your home.
I'd hope so.
Not on a space shuttle, but
Right.
I'm excited about this. About 600 people have already bought tickets for these flights. So, and the list is pretty impressive. Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Elon Musk, as I mentioned before, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
Put those two together on a
Well,
flight.
they can't put those two together because if they die, then who's going to take care of the kids? Russell Brand, Katy Perry, Ashton Kutcher. Those are some of the 600 people that have paid $250,000 for the flight.
And you're paying for like 5 minutes of space.
It's a very short flight.
Yeah.
About 1,000 people are waiting to buy tickets. They're on the waiting list in addition to the 600 who have already. So here's what I think.
Don't say that.
Don't.
No, it's stupid.
He's telling me not
It's
to
just
say the next
stupid.
thing I wrote on the
It's
script.
unnecessary.
But now they're going to wonder what it is. I won't do it. I won't say
You're
it.
just asking for bullshit. It's not even fun.
How can I not say it now?
Say it. Say
So
it.
I say, please send Keenan Thompson and leave him up there. I hate Keenan Thompson, if you guys didn't know.
God.
I'm excited about this.
No, I think this is the coolest fucking thing.
Well, it is funny
and
that
it's not that I'm not afraid to go for that 5 minutes in space and float around and look back at the Earth. I think that is cool as shit.
You're afraid because it's too new.
But can they get some under their belt? Like when I get on an American flight, I'm 99% positive I'm going to make it to my destination.
I hope more than 99. I think it's higher than that. But I will say this: I agree with you that it is still
Very, very new.
It hasn't. They haven't done it enough times.
Right.
Well, just because I entered, and even if I win, doesn't mean I'm forced to go. I could turn it down.
And even still, I imagine that
There's some kind of test involved.
that the flight you're going on is going to be at least a year or two away from now.
Well, they said early 2022. That's less than a year
There's
away.
got to be tests involved. Like you have to get like a G-force test.
I don't know what you have to do, but if Lady Gaga can do it, Scott Wallace can do it, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Anybody can do it.
I want to go. I mean, if I go up, I want to be sitting next to Gaga. I mean, how cool would that be? And we'd be friends for life because we'd have gone to space together, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I'd be okay with anyone on this list. With my luck, it would be Russell Brand.
Yes. And that is a guy who I cannot, like, I don't even like his humor. I don't like him much.
Well, you and I have seen him in person because he was at that Jimmy Kimmel live show that we've seen. And I also love him in Saving Silverman or whatever that movie is. Sarah Marshall. Anyway, he's funny. I guess I wouldn't poo-poo it, the idea of going to space with him, but I'd rather go with Katy Perry or...
Well, you know you're not. You're going with a friend.
Well,
and these people are not your friend.
No, there's six people in that cabin. So it could be Brad Pitt could be up there with us. I hope it's Brad Pitt or Lady Gaga because, I mean, those would be fun friends to have for life.
I guess
you'd be friends with them for life if you went to fucking space with them.
And I guess that you could probably feel more safe knowing that they put a celebrity on the flight. And not just Joe Schmo.
That is ridiculous. They don't want to crash no matter who's on the fucking airplane.
And they certainly don't want to crash with Brad Pitt, of all people.
No, it would be horrible publicity.
It would be horrible.
Horrible publicity for the company.
Right. But if it was Joe Schmo or Rick Frey,
oh my
I
God.
don't care.
Rick Frey. Where'd you come up with that name?
Because he listens.
Listen, I'm changing the name from Off We Go Into the Wild Blue Under to Scott's going to space with Lady Gaga. It's confirmed.
Oh, my God.
And Kenan Thompson. And Lady Gaga and Scott Wells will be pushing Kenan Thompson out of the capsule. In related news, Richard Branson going to space is not a bad thing.
No.
There are many haters all over the world who thinks that billionaires going to space is a big friggin' waste of money. But guess what? It's not, people. Just because these people have a lot of money, like Elon Musk and Richard Branson and the third guy.
Elon Musk,
Richard Branson, and Jeff Bezos. Just because they have a lot of money, it's because they have a lot of money that they're able to do these kind of things and create these amazing vehicles that that NASA hasn't even been able to pull out of their ass.
See, you're giving it way too much. You're giving it way too much thought. It's these people have a lot of money, and it's none of your fucking business.
Right, but
what they do.
They're also advancing space travel and advancing exploration. It's the final frontier, right?
Right.
We talked about this before a lot. But there were several articles that I read that really was hating on this whole thing.
It did. One of them this morning that I read just turned me the wrong way.
And one of them is from a magazine that Dale and I
we were on
have been on the cover of. I've been on the cover twice. You've been on the cover once.
Yes.
DC's Metro Weekly magazine, which is the LGBTQ magazine of Washington, D.C. We were both on it back in 2010.
Oh, God, forever ago.
Because of this show.
We're looking at it now.
I don't think we've changed that much.
I don't know. Look at my hair. It's very red in that picture.
And then I was on the cover of it for my clothing store in D.C. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. So I'm not poo-pooing the magazine. I'm poo-pooing this one article because they basically said in a nutshell, how dare Richard Branson take the LGBT pride flag, the rainbow flag, in solidarity to the people who lost their lives at the Pulse nightclub, and not give more money to various LGBT causes.
Right.
They were questioning: has he given money to blank? Has he given money to blank? Has he done work on blank? And but he has actually done lots of good work and done wonderful things for the gay community in the decades that he's been a businessman. But these kind of people, they want to just get at these people and get at them and make them do more. And why aren't you doing this? And why didn't you speak up about Free Britney? If you're silent about letting Britney out, you must be against her. Right. And it's like, what? I have nothing to do with Britney Spears.
Right.
And it made me think, I hate cancer, right?
Right.
Cancer is a horrible thing, but I don't actually donate money to cancer research.
Right.
Does that make me anti-cancer research?
And to all these people who are like this, who actually wrote this article for the Metro Weekly, it upsets me because we have very, very few people who are with us, right? This is a guy who we can verify with his past work and donations that he has been an ally for the LGBTQ community for
40 years.
Forever.
Yeah, or more.
Right?
Yeah.
And to call him out like this,
It's just
you're
irresponsible.
You need to pick your fucking battles. You're going to lose what is someone who is important, who has the money, who has done good work in the past, and then to call him out like this.
Yeah, I call it bullying.
It's bullshit.
It's bullying.
It's bullying and it's bullshit.
It's belittling good and industrious people who are doing great things, and you're being counterproductive.
Right. So you're saying if I was Richard Branson and I read this article, I'd be like,
what?
Where did this come from?
Right. It's
and
so
apparently
unfair.
Nothing that I've done in the past and what I had just done this past weekend matters.
Yeah.
So why do anything more?
But not only that, there was one line from this article that said, "How dare Richard Branson go up to space with the pride flag when most LGBT people can't afford to go to space?"
Right.
Seriously, that was the fucking sentence. And it's like, really?
Well, no, or something about it was they were suffering here on Earth.
Well, yeah, they're suffering here.
One man cannot make all of this go away. And it's bullshit.
No, and yes, we do need to solve the world's problems. We're all for that. But that doesn't mean we don't do other things.
Yes, this article was a baiting article, and it got me. Because I'm pissed off about it now.
And so I don't know if you saw
I'm pissed off about
I don't know if you saw my response on it. I wrote a little mini paragraph, and I got several likes and no pushback. So a lot of people agreed with me.
And these are the types of articles that make me want to like unfriend the Metro Weekly Facebook group. Like I've already deleted the Daily Beast. It's
horrible.
They've gotten horrible, and I can't read their shit anymore.
Yeah,
I just can't read their shit.
There's so many examples of that out there.
And this is another one.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were the owner, we know the owner of this magazine.
He put us on the cover.
I would not let this shit fly. This is not good journalism. This is baiting to get some shit.
It's not good. It's not journalism at all. It's just an opinion piece.
It's just an opinion piece.
And it was horrible. Anyway, I don't know what to do. All right, I want to talk about something else that's not super timely because it came out literally the day that our last episode came out. So Dale, I told you this. I think we were talking about this last Tuesday. I said, God damn it, why do these big things come out on the day we put an episode out?
I know.
Because I want to talk about them. And by the time we sit down here to talk about it on the episode, it's a week old, which makes me crazy. Maybe we should do a show every day.
Ugh.
Swish Edition Plus. Dale, no. How about Dale and Scott Daily?
No.
Dale and Scott Daily. Say that really fast.
No.
I say ban them for life.
Yes, I agree.
Federal officials are looking into that group of 30 disruptive high schoolers who forced an American Airlines flight from Charlotte to the Bahamas to be delayed. Actually ended up canceling the flight.
Yeah, they had to go the next day.
Yeah, everyone had to be put in hotels and given food vouchers and all that crap, all the tens of thousands of dollars that it cost to cancel a flight and rebook it for the next day. They put the fucking kids on the plane the next day and let them go to Nassau.
Yeah.
If I was American Airlines, I'd have been like, fuck you. Here's a directions to the bus station. Go back to wherever the fuck you came from.
Right.
I mean, this is ridiculous. They were being so obnoxious, one passenger said. They said about 75% or 80 of them were being terrible, horrible, smart kids who didn't want to wear their masks. They were being rude. And it was so much so that they canceled the friggin' flight for everybody. Yeah, ruining several people's vacations.
That's stupid. You forcibly remove them from the flight. You cancel their tickets, and you send the rest of the flight on. You just send it on. They don't get any refunds. You canceled their flight.
That's what I would have
done. You send everyone on.
So apparently there were 30 kids and only one chaperone, and the chaperone was 22 years old with a bunch of high schoolers.
See, to me that doesn't matter.
Okay,
there's people
that's
here.
That's irresponsible too.
It is. And I suspect that the reason why you're upset is that they were able to fly the next day is because they were kids. They were minors, likely. If
it had been a group of
it was 30 adults
going to a bachelor party, they would never have been rebooked the next day. Right. But why do kids get off? I mean, what I would do is I'd ban them until they're 21.
Right.
And then we'll look at you again when you're 21. Exactly. See if you can fly on American Airlines again. I just think it's ridiculous.
You can't let people act this way.
Or why not send the bill for the cost that American Airlines lost by having to cancel this flight to the parents of these kids who caused this problem?
Right.
I don't understand.
See, this is the kind of thing that makes me wish I was in charge.
Well, that's exactly what I want. I want to be in charge.
I wish I were in charge of these types of things.
Yes.
Just send me the problem flights.
Right.
I want to deal with those.
We would deal with them effectively.
Yes.
And guess what? When you effectively deal with these things, the message gets out there because
Right.
it'll get out there in the media.
Right.
And maybe people will stop acting like this on the airplane.
Because flying's a privilege. And there are a lot of people in this country who rely on flying
to get to work, to see their kids.
Exactly. I
All
mean,
kinds of reasons.
Families are no longer situated in small corners in their own hometowns. They're everywhere.
I mean, how's Ryan Seacrest going to get from...
It gets the freaking point across when you say, you know what? Because of this, you can't fly for 5 years.
I think it's the best you can do.
Right.
To stop this violence.
Exactly.
After this happened, a woman went bananas on a flight and she had to be duct taped to her chair because she tried to open the door in mid-flight.
I read that and that she had like a medical
breakdown. Well,
I don't episode. Care. No, I know. I get it. I get it.
I don't care what your fucking problem is. If you get up and make a scene and you try to open the door, I don't care if you got a mental issue or not. You need to get off that fucking plane.
Right. Because the thing is, we know that she can't open the door. It's physically impossible to open the door. But you cause a stir with the other passengers.
Yeah.
And there's always first-time flyers on your flight.
Right.
People are scared or whatever. And it just makes for a nervous flight. Yeah. And it's not the same.
So, they're talking about duct tape and zip ties. Those seem to be the two things that they use. Why don't they have a couple sets of... handcuffs in that airplane somewhere that the flight attendants can use in an emergency situation?
I don't know.
I would. I'd also have a taser.
Out of these two instances, have we not heard of an air marshal?
I don't think air marshals are being used as much as they were after 9/11.
I kind of feel that way.
We need them back, don't we?
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. And we're hearing news about this several times a week now.
I think there should be an air marshal on every flight.
Well, I'm worried about our flight from New York to Vegas next week. I just hope we're okay.
I just don't want people to call shit to ruin my trip.
And this woman she was in first class. Even first class people are going fucking bananas. What is happening to the world, people?
People just are entitled and no personal responsibility.
I just got one.
Like those kids who were allowed to fucking leave the next day. They should not have been allowed to go on their vacation.
No, their vacation should have been canceled.
And they should have gone home. And they don't get a refund from their flight.
And when they get home, their parents should have pulled down their pants and spanked their bare dotties. That's what they should have done.
And I just
take their cell phones away.
And I would want them to sue me. I'd want them to sue me.
I have one
And why aren't there cameras in the cabin?
You want cameras in the cabin? Everyone has a camera in their pocket. That's
right, but why doesn't the airline, for safety, why aren't there cameras in the cabin?
That might be helpful in a case against these people.
Right.
Right. Official
There's
video.
no reason why they can't have cameras that look at everything.
Everything else has a camera.
Right.
There's cameras at 7-Eleven.
Right.
Right. There's cameras here in our house.
That should be the new thing. If I was an airline owner, I'd have cameras in my cabin.
I want cameras in the cabin. They should put cameras in the bathroom too. People do nasty things in those bathrooms. Can I just ask people, next time you're on an airplane,
just sit down and shut up.
Please put your shoes on when you go to the bathroom, because I can't tell you how disgusting it is when I see someone walk to the bathroom without their shoes on.
See, that doesn't bother me that much because you're only endangering your own damn life, not mine.
But while you're in there,
but it's gross that you feel that you can do that.
While you're in there, please don't pee everywhere. I think guys should be required to sit down on an airplane. Just sit the fuck down so that your pee does not go all over that tiny little ass room. How hard is it just to pull your pants down, sit down, and pee?
Why is that room so small anyway?
Why are the bathrooms so friggin' small? They're not on the 777. No, the 787. They actually have windows.
I know.
Yeah.
But those bathrooms they're tight.
One more issue I want to talk about.
Let's do it.
On my little rant today. feel like we're ranting today. Are we ranting too much? Or maybe people aren't having fun with this episode.
Maybe.
Or we're not drunk enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is this always the first thought in people's heads? Here's a quote from an article I read earlier this week. Many condominium owners have expressed hope that the government will purchase the property and build a memorial park. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you've been living out in space somewhere. Most of the condominium owners of Surfside in Florida, the horribly tragedy collapsed building, are hoping the government will purchase the property that their friggin' fallen building is on and build a memorial park.
No.
In what way should the government, either city, state, or federal, step in and buy your piece of property that you neglected and you didn't keep up and it fell down and killed all of you? And now you want the government to come in and buy it and build a park? I say bullshit to that. You want to build a park? You build it yourself with private money. All these memorials, I don't get memorials. I'm sorry. I'm not, what is that word?
I know.
Sentimental?
Yeah, I know where you're going.
I'm not sentimental about this shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. 9/11, that was huge.
Well, that was massive.
Okay.
I mean, that was
Pulse nightclub.
That was a government aided attack on this country.
But there's so many fucking memorials in this country.
9/11's completely different.
I don't even like graveyards. I think graveyards are a ridiculous waste of money and time and space.
Well, that's just a religious thing.
It's so we're over memorializing death in this country, and I just don't understand it. Yes, it was a horrible tragedy. Families died, the nannies died, the pets died, but we don't need to make that sacred land for all of time in memoriam.
Right.
Come on. I just find that kind of stuff I don't understand it. However, that aside, if you want to make it, if the owners of the property want to make it a memorial park, that is all in their right.
Right.
But certainly the government shouldn't come. The government's not going to come buy your damn land and turn it into a park.
Not with public funds. You just don't do it. You don't do it.
These people, whether they knew it or not, their association that they own and that they were funding, neglected the building, knew it was in jeopardy, and let it fall down. That's the basic of it. That much has come out.
Right.
So why would the taxpayer step in and buy your friggin' land?
Right.
The best interest of these property owners, the ones that are still alive, and the families of the people who lost lives there, is to sell the land to the highest bidder and take that money and go build a house inland. That's what I would do.
Right.
Anyway.
And build another condo.
Or something other than a 40-year-old building.
That will stand and will be appropriately maintained.
I don't want to misconstrue my feelings here. I feel horribly bad for these people.
Oh, I do too. But I
did neglect the problem.
Right.
And neglected the problem for years and years.
And I don't feel that if they decided tomorrow to start erecting another 40-story building or however tall it was, that's completely fine. It's completely fine.
But can I just tell you one more thing that I read? I've been reading these articles nonstop because that's all they're writing about, Surfside. One article said that only because of this and because of aging buildings in places like South Florida and New York and lots of places
around also the salt air, which those buildings, I think, need more maintenance, more regular maintenance.
But here's what the people were saying. The article writers were saying only the affluent are going to be able to afford to live on the coastline because it's going to cost so much money to repair and keep up these older buildings. Okay. Well, yeah.
You got to keep the buildings up.
Someone making $30,000 a year is not going to be able to afford to live in a 40-year-old building on the Surfside.
But that's always been the case prior to the collapse of a building.
I just don't get it.
It costs more
to live on the beach. I don't get why
beach.
People don't understand that concept, that it costs more to live in an older building. I lived in a 130-year-old building. It cost a fuckload to keep that place up.
Oh, that thing was... Yeah, it looked nice.
It was great, but it was very expensive.
Right. It was very old.
I don't know what you want. You want to live right on the water somewhere? The ocean? That's why only celebrities and big time people live in Malibu.
Right.
Yeah. Poor people live inland.
Not everyone deserves to live where they want. That's just not the way this country works. Or it doesn't work anywhere. Where can people get a grasp of that?
I got away from my thesis. The thesis was not saying that only affluent people can live on the water. There's lots of water that you can live on. I mean,
It's just not the ocean.
there are lakes and ponds and
Right.
streams and creeks.
Bricks. Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, we've gone too long. I'm not going
Yes.
to do this last story. Anyway,
Ears are
we're it's too much. It's way too much, y'all. How can it be hot down here? We're in the cold tundra.
My ears are very sweaty.
All right, we're going to Vegas next week. Just remind you, we won't have a new episode next week, but we will have an episode on July 27th. We'll be back, but Dale and I will be back for the Binge Bump podcast this Friday. Got lots of news. Talk about streaming video.
Oh, man, it's working to be a pretty good episode.
Yeah. And when we come back in 2 weeks on July 27th, I'm sure we'll have lots of stories to tell you about Vegas.
Jeez. Well, maybe not. If we win a lot of money, we're saying fuck this podcast.
We're just not coming back.
No, we're just not coming back.
We're going to buy a condo in South Florida with all of our money and go to space with Lady Gaga.
There's some land to buy. I bet it's cheap. I bet that land's going to be cheap.
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's going to go for a top dollar.
You think so?
They said it's worth
People-
about. They
people
said
died
it's
there.
between worth about 130 to 150 million dollars. That piece of property.
Yikes.
Yeah, without a building on it.
Holy crap.
You know, kind of crazy.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye. I don't think we've changed that much.